Asian students very hardworking, especially the Burmese students. They are exceptional. They're very diligent.
Hello everyone, joining me here today is Tr.Maya, who helped many students to go for their F-1 visa interview. So yeah, Maya, morning.
Morning, Pinky. Thanks for having me.
How are you today?
Very, very good. Thank you.
Okay, great. So you've been with us for quite a while, and then you help many students, many Myanmar students especially, to have better, conversation with the visa officer. So can you just explain how you help Myanmar students?
Yes, thanks for your question. So during the mock interview sessions, I usually guide my students through all the interview questions twice to ensure that their responses align accurately with all the questions. And additionally, I closely monitor their speaking pace so they don't speak too fast or too slowly. And also, I try to monitor their intonation. So I hope that this helps them to present themselves more effectively during their actual interview.
Okay, great. Yeah. So, what do you do when you help them? Do you find any weaknesses in Myanmar students? Because most of the time Myanmar students are quite shy by nature, and yeah, do you want to share any tips or strategies that they should follow?
I usually try to have a small talk before we get into the actual interview practice because some of the students have never had a prior experience speaking with an actual foreigner. So I try to have a small talk to also gauge their level of English. But generally, it helps them to sort of relax a little bit, and then we get into the actual interview practice. So yeah, I wouldn't think that the lack of English speaking practice is their weakness. It's more of a matter of circumstances because they come from a non-English speaking country. But
Right.
I'm trying to do my best to help them sort of ease into the whole conversation with a foreigner. Mhm.
Right. Perfect. So, teacher Maya, and oftentimes students they underestimate the high stake interview. They think it's quite easy. They never, commit to the preparation. To be honest, it's just like it lasts only for 2 to 3 minutes, and they never invest time for preparation. That's why most of the times when the student came to FuNglish and they said, okay, they have high level of fears and oh teacher I have hurdles like language barriers and they never believe in themselves, so most of the time I help students to gain the confidence. So preparation is key, how important the keywords are, posture, gesture. So when you do the practice session with the students, have you encountered any errors or have you found anything with the Burmese students?
You know, I've been working as an English language instructor with the British Council in Asia for many years. And in general, I find Asian students very hardworking, especially the Burmese students. They are exceptional, they're very diligent. But my suggestion always stays the same with FuNglish. Take your interview very, very seriously.
If you excel yourself very well, if you present your answers very well, it can lead to your dream country, the US.
So they should obviously dedicate enough time to prepare for the interviews. And this is where Pinky and Diamond usually come in because they prepare the students, they give them very solid foundation before they go for the interview. So, and I am being the last checkpoint, so with me, they get to show what they have learned, what they have been prepared for. And I have noticed that what Pinky and Diamond generally help students with is they create very supportive environment. And I think when students come to me for the last interview, I can already tell that they know their answers quite well. They might feel a little bit uncomfortable seeing a foreign person in front of them. But again, I do the small talk and I help them to sort of relax into the interview. I have a small question for you, Pinky. So, what strategies do you usually use with those shy students, with students who have no confidence? How do you manage to get them to the point of believing in themselves and finally going for it and going for the interview?
Thanks for the question. That's very useful. Great question. First thing first, after we accepted the student, I learned the student first. I need to know the student very well. That's why every time I see the student, tell me everything frankly. If you have any hurdles or any barriers or your personality, you can tell me frankly. Then I learn the student, and based on the cases, I just write the answer myself, and then I help them with the great answers. So especially the keywords or how they can do the posture and gesture. Sometimes the students are in a hurry when they answer. The second attempt, third attempt, students came to me, and then once the visa officer asked them the questions, they just answer them straight away. Why don't you just think first before you say? Okay, so they just say it before they think. That's a red flag. So I always tell them the strategies. So yeah, so just come join to FuNglish and talk to me. Or if they have any doubt, enrolling with us, they can join the virtual office, 20-minute free consultation. They can just ask me so many questions. So let's say one shy student came to me. I told them how they can take time, how they can pause during the visa interview for quite a few seconds, and then how to take a deep breath or something like that. So every problem has answers, so I can just help them to the fullest. So that's how I help. So yeah, that's how I did it. Within a month, I think within 30 days or 40 days, we've got the highest success rate, like fifth attempt, sixth attempt, third attempt, second. I help them. Yeah. So any more questions? Anything you want to add before we end the interview?
I wish everyone happy holidays. Keep
Yeah, Christmas is coming
studying.
soon. Yeah.
Yes. But don't forget, you have to keep studying. And if you want to pursue your dreams, like studying in the US, please come join us. We'll help you with all the nits and grits of this difficult process. But it is very, very good to have helpful people like ourselves on your learning journey. So thank
Yeah, thank you, Maya. Thanks for joining the interview. I hope this interview can help many, many students who's going for the visa interview, F-1, F-2, or visit visa. So please come join us. And yeah, let's end the interview. So hope you have Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year, everybody. Merry
So
Christmas.
yeah, okay. Bye, Maya.